Poa sana.
Inakwambia
It's
nimebeat.
been a good window. Acha niseme
It's
hivyo.
been a good. I haven't nimekwambia leo job imenishika hata sijaangalia news. It's good
Uh-huh.
ninaona good signings at least sasa as Manchester United tumepata let's say all players that tulikuwa tunatafuta.
I'd say all because
Mhm.
who haven't we gotten? Maybe Harry Kane.
Yeah, not really. Hurricane sikuwa naona ikihappen. If I'm honest, sikuwa
Yeah,
naona Hurricane ikihappen kwa sababu based on the budget and based on Manu hawangetaka kuspend 100 million on a player that ako 1 year towards the end of his contract. Sikuwa naona kama ingehappen, to be honest. Anyway,
but
karibuni sana, sorry to cut short. Karibuni sana kwa show. Club Banterz season 2 episode 5. Leo mimi na Evra tumeamua tuvae specs na mimi leo nimeamua nikae kama kibe. Unajua hii ndio style ya kibe. Na sione hii video aditukane. But I love watching Kibe's podcasts zinakuanga poa sana. Anyway, Evra, how are you? How's going?
I'm good.
Mhm.
Poa.
Mhm.
I've been following up on a lot of transfers. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, imekuwa poa. It has been a good conclusion
Mhm.
of the 3 month long transfer window.
Yeah.
Yeah, imeisha poa. I thought it would be. I actually expected worse, but ni vizuri or most of the targets tumepata, so I'm a happy person.
Yeah. Yeah, mimi nimesema I've been held up at work. Lazima tulipe ma bills. So na ndio naangalia list ya Premier League. Niko happy that we are back up and running na leo at least KPLC hawajatufanya kale ka kitu. Yeah, I'm sure in the background Imani yako hapo. Imani is a fellow Manchester United fan. Hopefully Mwambie arusha mkono kwa kamera. At least tuone mkono.
Mambo usalimie mafans wewe.
Salimia mafans.
Ako held up na kitu sahi lakini atakuja.
Okay. Yeah, and I hope leo my volume is okay because the last show my volume was quite distorted. Yeah, remember you can always post your comments. Yeah, remember you can always post your comments on social media. On the comment section below. Ask any question, rusha banter tutazisoma and off we go. So Steve, tuanzishe kazi.
Yeah, as we all know, Champions League and Europa draws were done earlier this week. And ningependa tupitie, just discuss a bit about some of the shocks, tuangalie maybe which like vile watu sema which group is known as the group of death, ndio?
Yeah.
For me, I think group F is the group of death for me, lakini we'll see. So wacha tuanze group A. We have Bayern, Manchester United, Copenhagen and Galatasaray.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Predictions?
Vile mimi najua Man ni team huwa ina disappoint ile time unataka iwin. Because Manchester United always have a way to disappoint. They always have a way to disappoint, and I don't know how.
But look at this group even Saimo hata wewe. Copenhagen, Galatasaray. Seriously, tunataka kuniambia we can't go like a 2-leg match, we cannot get like more than 3 points from those two teams.
We can get 3 points.
Yeah, Copenhagen, I think that's a home and away win, definitely. Galatasaray, maybe we can try and get a draw and a win. All these teams I'm sure Bayern Munich will win all their games. Maybe we can hold them a draw at Old Trafford, I don't know. But if we just win 2 games Copenhagen, 1 game and a draw Galatasaray and a draw Bayern, we are in. I don't think tumepatiwa a really hard group unless si tu wenyewe tujikarange na mafuta yetu. We go on to group B. Group B we have Sevilla, who we know are the Europa champions current. Arsenal, PSV, and Lens. Also, I think Arsenal have a easy draw there. Definitely will.
Hiyo ikai Champions League draw, inakaa kama Europa League draw.
But they actually hizi team zote za Europa. Hizi team zote za Europa, but yeah, but I think Arsenal Seville will definitely go through. You think there'll be any surprising upsets hapo Group B?
Well, it's open to me. Other than Arsenal there, I think it's open because najua Sevilla wakiingia Champions League most of the time wanatakanga wa drop out waenda Europa League.
So they'll sabotage themselves against PSV.
To me, I think mimi naona tu Sevilla, sioni Sevilla wakienda round of 16. Naona tu akiamua wacha tuende ile yenye tunaweza nanga nayo. Wacha tuende ile huwa tunawezana nayo.
So moving forward, Group C, we have Napoli. We all know they are the Serie A champions. Real Madrid, Braga, and Union Berlin. Also, I think it's an easy group to decide for me. I think the first two teams go through easy. Simon?
Yeah, definitely. First two teams go through easy. Braga, I mean, nasema that's the wild card team there. Braga ni team yenye ukikaa vibaya, especially kwao, watakukaranga na mafuta moto.
Unakumbuka, do you remember I've Braga ever before? I don't
no,
think
we
I've
had
ever
played
watched
against them. Ukikumbuka kuna
we
game
have ever played against them?
Yeah, kuna game Man U tucheza against Braga na kulikuwa na forward fulani alikuwa amesonga nywele akatufunga 2 goals in the first half, alafu ikabidi Ferguson. It was back then when Van Persie was
back then maybe, because I can't remember the last time we played them.
I think haikuwa Ferguson. I think ilikuwa Moyes akaingiza no, is it Moyes or who? Aliingiza Van Persie akafunga the winning goal or something like that.
Okay, moving forward again, tuende kwa Group D. Group D, also I think it's a bit ish. Other than one team, the rest can fight it out. We have Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg, and Real Sociedad. I think Inter, for me, will go through. The rest 3 teams, any can actually cause an upset. So, yeah. Benfica might have an upper hand maybe just because of the quality of players. Lakini pia, Real Sociedad and Salzburg are not easy pushovers. So, sijui. That one, I'm not really sure about which two teams will go through. Unaonaje?
I'm trying to open the groups hapa. You know Di Maria alirudi Benfica.
Yes.
Na amekuwa akicheza vizuri sana. But for me, I have a feeling hii group itakuwa Inter na Sociedad. Sociedad ni team strong. Ukiangalia venye walicheza hata last year tukicheza na wao. Sociedad is a good team na wako. Sociedad ni ile team. Sociedad ni kama Brighton. Wako tu na average players, but together they are an amazing team.
They also wear the same kind of shirts, so
yeah, so
they are the blue and white striped team.
Blue and white. Yeah, although yao inakuanga a bit light blue than Inter Milan. Inter Milan, I'm interested to see venye watacheza bila Lukaku, because Lukaku was a big factor in their performance kwa Champions League last season. And speaking of Lukaku, I know we are going to talk about transfers, but Lukaku ameenda Roma.
Yes, confirmed.
But, confirmed.
Mourinho amem-resign the second time. His prodigal son is back. Acha tuone atamfikisha atasaidia. By the way, he might just perform. Maybe Lukaku needs that kind of coach to perform.
Can I give you a prediction?
Atam-encourage, atam-push maybe.
Nikupatie
prediction. I don't know. Sorry guys for the noise. Kuna tuk-tuk. Watu wameingia nyumbani foleni.
Acha nikupatie prediction. Sioni Mourinho akimaliza season at Roma.
Why?
We all know
because of ameanza vibaya.
nilimention kwa podcast ya Monday. Mourinho tunajuanga in his third, fourth season anaanzanga kuwa na mashida. And number 2, this is what I'm predicting. Tukiangalia hiyo group ya Newcastle, sijui kama tumeimention yet.
Bado.
Yeah. Tukiangalia group ya Newcastle, iko na very difficult teams. And that's an opening yenye inaweza kuja very soon. And Mourinho akiweza enda team kama Newcastle, basically anaweza pata what he wants. And I feel the fact that Mourinho hakuperform vizuri kwa his last season at Man U na his time at Tottenham, anaweza taka kurudi Premier League to prove himself, ama kujaribu kubishana na the big coaches. Remember saizi Premier League ni iko na the best coaches in the world. Almost all of them wako Premier League. Kuna Pep, kuna Ten Hag, kuna Klopp, nani mwingine ako hapo, kuna the Aston Villa coach anaitwa
the Chelsea anaitwa nani? Poch.
Wako na Pochettino. Aston Villa have
actually we have the best coaches in the world right now.
Yeah.
Maybe only Ancelotti, like very few other good coaches wamebaki. Sarri, very few by this side.
So niko na feeling what will happen is Mourinho atakuwa na jicho moja iko kwa Newcastle, and then hiyo jicho ingine iko like Roma. Of course wamenipatia players nataka, but can I really match up to the likes of Napoli? AC Milano wamerecruit, Inter Milano wamerecruit, Juventus sahii hatuwezi sema wako strong vile tunajua, but anaweza kuwa like hey, if kama Newcastle ananipatia do nataka na players wako hapo ni already ni wazuri.
But actually right now, sorry to cut you short about the Newcastle thing. I think most like elite coaches are just hoping that is it, what's the name of the current Newcastle coach?
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe. Wanaomba tu Eddie Howe perform maybe poorly in like a few starting games of the season.
Ndio.
Because they know there's money, they'll get what they want. Their fans, kuna fan base kubwa sana Newcastle. I think Kenya, I actually know one Newcastle. I hope siku moja nitaweza kumleta atupatie perspective of Newcastle kidogo, but I think most coaches right now are eyeing that job. Wanaomba tu how afanye tu blanda. Cause I'm sure those, unajua the Saudi Arabians, they're all about the win. It's not even about making money for the club. Hao wanataka trophies, wanataka like the recognition. So if they find that team how is not performing, they'll be very quick at sacking him, naona. They are not people wenye ati wataanza kusema we believe in the coach. They want results now. So I think I concur with you that
Newcastle, if you look at their group,
Mourinho might also be eyeing that job, by the way. I'm sure he is.
He is. Mimi, that's my prediction. In fact, kungekuwa na mahali kuna bet ya hiyo, I'm predicting that's what's going to happen this season.
SportPesa tafadhali na OddsBet na all other betting watu tufungulie hiyo odds. At the end of season, who will be the coach for Newcastle? Eddie Howe or Mourinho?
Angalia hii group ya Group F. Kuna Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, kuna Dortmund, kuna Milan na Newcastle. Hizo teams si rahisi.
Group of death hiyo.
Hiyo ni group of death. Kwa sababu PSG watataka kuprove a point that bila Messi, bila Mbappe, sisi bado tuko na squad. Na ukiangalia hiyo squad yao, in fact PSG is one of the teams mi ushanga. What do they do with their players? Because wao usign tu. Na they are not signing ati PSG don't sign players ati wale wanakujanga ati tu ni mtu wa kushikilia. Wana sign top players. Starters. Na starters wengine hata wapatangi chance ya kucheza. Angalia like goalkeepers. Wako na goalkeepers kama 4 world class goalkeepers. Dortmund of course ni team yenye ukikaa mbaya wanakunyorosha proper.
And they proved that they are really they deserve to be here, especially kwa playoffs. They were really convincing. Walikuwa wanapata convincing wins, so
na ujue walisign very young exciting players last season who now this season wamejelo wamemachua. Ukiangalia AC Milan has very experienced players kwa ile team. So it's a very tough group, and vile tulisema on Monday, once we see group ya Newcastle, then it will determine whether Eddie Howe does that, because I think and I believe owners wa Newcastle wanataka kupigana na the big fish, the who is who in European football. Na mimi naona a situation where by game week 3 ya Champions League wakiona kanaanza kuchemuka, kanaanza kunuka, wanaweza ambia Eddie Howe, hey, kwa hii international break, unajua kuna kuanga na international break in between first leg na second leg ya Champions League, wanaweza mwambia, hey, tafadhali toka, wacha tulete coach mwingine at least akue na like 3 weeks before the next round of matches.
And they have a good set of players. I don't think a coach will come and say, oh, I don't have players, because they've recruited well, wamekuwa na like wame sign good quality players now, and they even had quality players before, so it has just added strength. So yeah, it's a good prospect for most coaches.
Na ukiangalia the reason as to predict Mourinho anaweza kuwa the next coach, kwa sababu nikiangalia wale players, profile ya players wako Newcastle ni players ambao wako physical na ni warefu na wako athletic. Na hiyo ndio kitu Mourinho, hiyo ndio profile Mourinho utafuta. Anatafutanga big strong players wenye anaweza bully ball, wakiambiwa defend wata defend. Juu kiangalia Newcastle liko na players wenye wanaweza cheza counter attacking football like that player anaitangwa nani, Almiron,
even the guy they bought from Leicester.
Leicester.
Leicester. What's his name? Mbona nasahau majina za watu leo.
Sorry.
Ule player Newcastle amenua from wow, nasahau. English player. Nimesahau. Okay, tutakumbuka tu. Nick Ban, is it not Ban? Oh, Barnes, yeah, Barnes. I think it's Barnes, I'm not sure.
So yeah, wale watu naona wamepata group ya kupita through and through ni Man City.
Yeah, Man City wamesaidiwa, because other than Leipzig the rest like the one team hata sijaisikia. Have they like inaitwa Crvena Zvezda? Is that how it's pronounced? Pole for butchering the pronunciation, lakini
hiyo ni team ya kutoka Russia.
Those ones I think they're out tayari. Young boys, even the quality of Man City and Leipzig, young boys bado. So yeah, that's an easy advancement for hizo two teams. Going to Group H, tumeona kuna Barcelona, Porto, Shakhtar and Antwerp. Antwerp. So that one I also think Barcelona sure, but last season walit surprise kutoka, I don't.
Wacha nikwambie hiyo group si rahisi. It might look easy but si rahisi, because the only team hapo naona inaweza shindwa kabisa kuproceed hata kwa Europa ni Antwerp, Royal Antwerp. But if you look at Barcelona, Porto na Shakhtar, hizo ni teams ziko strong. Hizo si teams utasema ati zitashindwa kubishana na the likes of Barcelona. And sahi hatujui hata kitu yenye Barcelona coach anafikiria, because amepeana some of his best players out on loan. So na Porto,
but Barcelona have the facilities to go through. Maybe the rest
definitely
I don't know.
Out of the three,
Barcelona should.
Out of the three, Barcelona have on paper they have what it takes to go through. But those three teams, as I said kwa ile group ingine, hiyo si group. Hiyo ni kama ile group ya kina Benfica na Inter. Ni zile group zenye unafikiria hii Barcelona ishabeba. Kidogo unashtukia wamepigwa moja, wamedraw mbili, wamewin moja. Sasa tunaanza kuchukua scientific calculator kuweka ma brackets na ma points.
Naanza kusema if Antwerp beat Porto, Barcelona through.
Ndio hiyo.
Which is a very high
ama siji Antwerp ama ama sijui Antwerp ikidraw na Porto, Barcelona go through. Alafu unashtukia Antwerp imepiga Porto 1-0. Nayo Barcelona ile side walikuwa wakipata win wana go through kidogo kidogo, nasikia nil draw. So hizo zile groups. Hii group ingine yenye tumeacha ni hii akina
group E where we have Feyenoord, Atletico, Lazio and Celtic. Here on paper I think Atletico should go through.
Yeah.
But we should look Lazio by the way, I don't know this season wamekuwa chini, but yeah, I think, and I don't know, have they managed to get Greenwood? I'm not sure. They had not yet. So, but he's a free agent, so I think they can sign him anytime because he's a free agent.
Actually, he is not a free agent.
Oh, he's not a free agent.
He's not yet a free agent. So
what is he?
So I think the agreement wako nayo na Manu is yeye ataendelea tu until the end of the transfer window as a Manchester United player, and then now now you are a free agent, because remember it will be more expensive for Manchester United to release him than actually giving him away as a free transfer, because at the end of the day remember Manu iko under FFP.
But since he's an academy player, there's no cost that Manchester had to buying him.
Yeah,
let's say and even I'm sure he's not in very high wages.
No, he's not in high wages, but unajua whenever it comes to mutual termination, kuna ile pesa lazima umpatie as compensation for mutually agreeing to terminate the contract. Unaweza pata probably they had agreed kwa contract that ikiisha okay, if it is terminated, there's let's say a 10% payoff. For example, Maguire, the reason as to why Maguire hakuenda West Ham sababu instead of receiving 12 million, Manchester United wakampatia 6 million, and hiyo 6 million hakuwa anaipata yote at once, ilikuwa ni ile anagawa kidogo kidogo. So ukiangalia situation ya Greenwood, because I'm sure, this is what I'm sure, if Greenwood was right now termed as a free agent, kuna clubs nyingi sana zingekuwa zimemchukua. And yet again, if you look at it, kuna hii aspect ya backlash from the fans, and especially those Italian clubs na kwanga na hawa ma-ultras, hawa ma-fanatics. So Lazio wanaweza kuwa walirusha tu kwa news and then wana gauge waone the reaction.
Rumamongers wanaongea.
Yeah, so it's a tricky situation for me. If I were Greenwood, if I'm honest, I wouldn't start with a top club.
But Lazio is okay. Lazio is not such a top club. It's not in the news.
It's not in the news, yes, but remember it's one of the big clubs in Italy. Because Italy, it's like among the top 6, ama big 6. Vile Premier League nasema big 6. For me, ningeenda team yenye iko mid table kwanza. Nicheze hapo, ni perform, ni make sure nimeperform, and then now the next season I get a team, because I'm thinking for him since he's young na kuna hii media attention yote, because I'm telling you for a fact Greenwood akaweza enda Lazio, media sasa ataanza kufuata Lazio kuangalia performance yake. Very shortly unaanza kuona TikTok videos za venye ana perform, akiflop watu wanamuingilia. So anafaa ende ka team Kenya anajua he will be a starting player.
But I don't think anaweza flop. I don't think Greenwood is not a guy unless something happened with his mentality.
No, I'm saying for example vile tuliona mimi ya Onana, such things. Unajua watu wanachukuanga auto to clips, let's say ali miss ball, let's say alipiga ikenda huko juu kwa mafans. So yeah, but anyway, that's my opinion.
Okay, I think we've gone through all the Champions League teams. Tupatie predictions, watu wanaweza comment. Yeah. Well, let me just go through the Europa if you let me.
Yes.
I think it's even if you're not there, we might find ourselves there, so it's good just to go through them.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll mention one or two teams that we think we can predict how they'll perform. Okay, going through Group A, we have West Ham, Olympiacos, Freiburg and Topola. Group B, we have Ajax, Marseille, Brighton, and Athens. Group C, Rangers, Betis, Prague, and Aris. Group D, Atalanta, Sporting, Sturm Graz, and Raco. Group E, Liverpool, Lask, Union SG, and Toulouse. Group F, Villarreal, Rennes, is this Rennes or what? Haifa, and Tiniakos. Group G, we have Roma, Prague, Sheriff, and Servette. Group H, Leverkusen, Karabag, Molde, and Haken. Maybe we can mention the English teams hapo naona West Ham, Brighton, and Liverpool. How do you think they'll perform?
Your group ya Brighton ni tricky. Your group ya Brighton ni very very tricky because hizo teams,
those are Champions League teams.
Yeah, those are Champions League teams. And Brighton, yeah, they are an exciting team, but at the same time, they are a team that can really disappoint. Case in point over the weekend. Because Ajax are top, are among the top 2, top 3 teams in Netherlands. Marseille is among the top 4, top 5 teams. AEK Athens, top 3 team in their league. Brighton, exciting team. It's a different feel for them. Brighton City matina kuanga na squad kubwa. They are not like akina Manchester, akina Chelsea. And playing Premier League the way we know it, kucheza Saturday, Europa teams play on a Sunday, and then they play on a Thursday, and then they wanapewangwa either Saturday ama Sunday. So itakuwa tricky to navigate the Europa League when it starts ukiwa na squad kidogo na injuries zinaanza. Internationals ndizo hizo ziko, players wanataka kupigania kuingia Euro. So ile kitu inaweza wasaidia the fact that Brighton hawananga players wengi internationals, but at the same time they are playing against big teams.
Anyway, I hope the best. I hope they'll represent England well in the Europa. I suspect one of them will reach the finals. Maybe Liverpool, most likely. But tutaona, we'll see the way it goes.
Liverpool will sail through.
Yeah, Liverpool, I think they are strong enough.
Easy group. It's an easy group for them. And wamesign Gravenberch. Gravenberch is a good midfielder. That's a very good replacement for Fabinho or what's his name, Henderson. He's a combative midfielder. Alafu rudi uongezee wakona nani na the other player they got from Brighton. Leo tuko na shida ya kusahau majina. McAllister. That's now a solid midfield.
McAllister. I think their mid is actually good because Thiago atarudi.
Yeah.
McAllister, they have the other guy who the one with the hard name
Szoboszlai.
What is it? Hata ni sauti.
Szoboszlai kitu kama hiyo.
Szoboszlai. Yeah, I think Europa, Liverpool are the favorites for me. Haya, turudi back to the English Premier League. Tuangalie teams this weekend. Today, later on, maybe in an hour or so, tutakuwa na Luton versus West Ham.
Luton, I think this will be their first game at home, mama. Fantasy yao. Watu wasitaka update fantasy.
Saidi late.
I can't remember the last time
it's too late.
Mimi I can't remember I think nimegive up hata kwa ile group yetu ya fantasy nilisema nimeachana na fantasy. I don't know how I decided to set up my fantasy team. Vile nili set up hata sijawahi change. Imekuwa tu hivyo. Hata sijui niko na points ngapi.
For hii game ya leo na West Ham, they are really strong. Moyes sijui anawalisha nini huko, but yeah, West Ham are favorites tonight to win, but who knows. Moving on, tomorrow tuko na big games.
Yeah.
Starting us off, kuna Sheffield host Everton. Then later on kuna a lot of games going at the same time, which is Brentford, Bournemouth, Burnley wana host Spurs, Chelsea wana host Nottingham Forest, Man City wana host Fulham. Then the late game, the evening game, tutakuwa na Brighton ina host Newcastle. Very entertaining game hiyo. So what are your thoughts?
Brighton, Newcastle. I'm seeing a goal kind of situation.
A draw or
No.
just one of them will win but haujui ni gani?
One of them will win, but hii ni ile game ya goal. So kwa wale watu wanafanyanga betting, weka GG over 2.5
which is good for me because fantasy yangu nimejaza these two teams, so I hope itakuwa goal.
You know, Brighton wali lose points over the weekend.
Yes.
Newcastle as well. So ni lazima wanataka kujiredeem. And kuna hii pia history ya, it might not be a huge factor, but kuna hii history ya Champions League, Europa League. Na kuna hiyo factor ya kutaka kusema we lost over the weekend, na nyinyi mnacheza Europa, si tunacheza Champions League. Na tunataka kuonyesha teams za Champions League, because right now every kitu ina happen is the fact that teams sasa zimeshapewa groups zao, wataanza kukua scouted. So kutakuwa na ile element ya tuonyeshe our opponents this is what we can do. At the same time, let's mix it up a bit to make sure we get the points, because we can't truly lose points. So for me, I don't know who will win, but I can guarantee you, I hope tunaweza pata hii clip. Itakuwa goal over 2.5.
Yes, sawa. Tuendelee mbele Sunday, Super Sunday. Where we'll have the first two games, itakuwa Crystal Palace versus Wolves. Then Liverpool host Aston Villa, another good game to watch. Both teams are well recruited, so I'm hoping for a very good game kwa hizo mbili. Then the final game, is it the final game of the weekend? I think so.
Yes.
Let me see if there is a Monday. Yeah, final game, Manchester, or rather Arsenal host Manchester. Yeah, Arsenal host Manchester. What do you think?
Arsenal of late have been giving Manchester United issues at Emirates. Emirates imekuwa ngumu kwa Man U kupata points, because game nyingi huwa zinaisha either Arsenal wamewin or a draw. I was having a conversation with my colleagues at work regarding this game, and one of them alikuwa anasema anataka Arsenal win, because Arsenal whenever wanapiga Man U kwa league, most of the time they don't win anything. They don't win a trophy, because for them it's like beating Man U is the trophy. And I wish tungekuwa na fan wa Arsenal kwa hii show ya leo ndio atuambie what he thinks, but it will be a very difficult game for us as Manchester United to win at Arsenal, because Arsenal pia watataka kuprove a point. And we all know Ten Hag bado ana experiment na squad. Hatujajua anataka kufanya nini na hiyo squad.
Also on that point, I think Sai, all the guys that watch us, I'm sure 1, 2, 3 people would wanaweza taka kuwa participants in this. Just comment tu hapo, then find vile tuta link up. So if you know, especially your Arsenal, Sai Manchester fans tumetosha.
Sai tuko wengi.
Like Arsenal. You want Arsenal, any other team that you think you'd want to participate and put out your views, tafadhali reach out to us. We'll give you tutakupatia platform next in the next session. Anything else? Maybe now we can go to transfers.
Before we go to transfers, kuna game moja hapo hatuja mention, and it's a very tricky game for the home team kuwin, na hiyo ni ile game ya Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Uliona vile alicheza against Man U last weekend. Nottingham Forest is not an easy team to beat. Sometimes they lose concentration. They lost one of their best defenders na red card, but it's a team that haufai kusema ati this is a straight win for Chelsea bado haja settle. Yes, some of the players wameanza kuperform, but hiyo ni game, that's also a game to watch. So if it's possible uweke hatutaki kutaja majina za kampuni juu watu sponsor, but if it is possible you can have a split screen yenye unaweza watch because for me, as always, I give the matches to watch, the games to watch this weekend. Let's start with Chelsea Nottingham Forest. That's a good game to watch. Brighton Newcastle, obviously Arsenal Manchester United, and Liverpool Aston Villa. Aston Villa wanakuanga na a good time against Liverpool. Now Liverpool don't win easy against Aston Villa, so we have some good matches to watch. So zile zinaenda concurrently ni Chelsea. I think hakuna. Actually you can watch all of them. So start with Saturday kesho, make sure 5 uko mahali. Kama wewe ni mtu wa kanywaji, itisha kanywaji moto ama warm. Kuna baridi. Anza na Chelsea Nottingham. Then urudi wachane na game ya City, ambia bartender akuwekee Brighton Newcastle. Ukimaliza hiyo, the following day ungojea Liverpool Aston Villa, and then Arsenal Manchester United. Yeah, so let's go to transfers.
Transfers. Notable today tumekuwa na especially our team. We've signed 3 players. Correct? Am I correct? Or 3 players? A goalkeeper.
Na refresh ndio.
Refresh. Maybe tumesign
mwingine
in the last 5 minutes.
So
ongezeka in the last 5 minutes. Johnny Evans has signed.
Yeah, as a free agent. That was obvious.
As a free agent.
That was obvious. Yes. That was obvious. I know what Ten Hag anafanya pale. Ten Hag is looking for experienced players to come in. And also anajaribu kurudisha ile culture ilikuanga ya Manchester United back. So Johnny Evans is a key aspect in that. Remember, some of the free transfers Manchester United ilipata last season and the previous season were retained by the club but are now coaches and mentors. So Johnny Evans, to me, watu wanamtroll, watu wanamrubbish, but to me, I'm happy. I was actually crossing my fingers that we sign him. Because Johnny Evans, wale defenders unawapatia kama Carabao Cup ama FA Cup. Unapumzisha mtu kama Chicha. Yeah. So for me, I'm happy that we've signed him.
Then we've signed, is it Alte Boyinda? He's a goalkeeper from Fenerbahce. So,
he's a tricky one.
And I don't know him, so I can't say anything about him.
Nimewatch compilation zake na nimewatch analysis. They are if you're an avid YouTube user, just go and look for. There are people who do good analysis, objective analysis, fair analysis. Basically, they look at the strengths, weaknesses. This goalkeeper has one weakness, and the weakness is shot stopping. He's not good at shot stopping. One-on-one, he's good. One-on-one is very good. He's close to Onana in terms of ball distribution, covering space, pushing players forward. But when it comes to shot stopping, especially long-range shots, he's not the best out there. But he's a good goalkeeper nonetheless. So Henderson left. Henderson alienda Crystal Palace.
Henderson left to Crystal Palace. So yeah, I think a number 2. That's why I'm fearful. If Onana, God forbid, apart injury, I don't know.
Not God forbid, he's going to AFCON.
No.
No, he's going to AFCON.
He disowned Cameroon in the World Cup. Kadhani historia imeisha.
No, he's going to AFCON. Amekoliwa up for national team. We are yet to see an official statement from him saying no. News media is saying that he's on his way to AFCON. So, but it is what it is. And tunasema Ten Hag is still experimenting. We don't know what he's doing.
Is Heaton bado yuko?
Yeah, he's still there. But injured.
So, yeah, then They'll
He's still there but
fight
injured.
it out na Hito. Oh, injured. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's hope Onana will be fit for the rest of his career in Manchester United. Right. And what about Sergio Reguilon, who we've loaned in from Tottenham? Do you think ataweza kushikilia hiyo nafasi ya
You know
Shaw
what?
and Malacia?
Wakati tulikuwa na option ya kusaini huyu jamaa on loan from Real, and then for some reason we decided to buy, what's his name, the fullback we bought from Porto, the Brazilian. Hey, leo enye tunasoma.
What's his name?
Teles. I actually wanted Sergio. Mimi na rate Sergio better than Teles. Juu Sergio is combative. So what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Manchester United might go ahead and sign him next season and sell Malacia.
Malacia is young. For me, I wouldn't sell Malacia. Let's wait and see how he plays, because even Tottenham, he wasn't like a starter. He was on the sidelines for a long. I think even went on loan last season.
And I have a feeling.
And there's always a reason why players go on loan and they're not started. Hopefully, it's something that he did off the field. Ball yake bado iko sawa, but if ni mtu mwenye hawakuamini on the field, then
he's a good player. I'm happy
he's
for
a good
the
player.
signing.
No, he's a decent player, but now he's playing for Manchester United,
a different
where
pressure.
We are going for Champions League and so big things yani. So if angekuwa amesainiwa na Everton, perfect signing. I wouldn't. But since it's Manchester United, we have bigger fish to fry. So I don't know. Let's wait. Maybe he's a good player, but I'm not sure about him. Amrabat still not confirmed, but media outlets zote zinasema it's a done deal.
As long as Fabrizio amesema here we go. Kama who was he? Maya Yoshida. Did you see his comment on Fabrizio's post? Maya Yoshida, Fabrizio tweeted on Instagram. I can't tell which one because I just saw a screenshot. Fabrizio alisema Maya Yoshida alikata offers even from, I think, a Turkish team. And then Maya Yoshida commented and says, even my wife didn't know that I rejected that club. This guy is good. Even my wife didn't know I rejected that club. So as long as Fabrizio wakiwa na Laurel Whitwell. Hey, my Kikuyu accent is doing me a number. Laurel Whitwell of the Athletic. Ashasema it's a here we go. Then I think it's a matter of papers. We just hope that they get submitted soon. So let me explain a bit about the deadline day for like a minute or two. So what happens in deadline day, clubs when they feel that they cannot get enough time to complete the documentation for the players, huwa wanatuma a document, it's like an intent to sign a player. Because nowadays we all know that venye England walitoka Euro, basically after the Brexit, story ya visa ikachange. Players have to get a visa. So you find sometimes visa inaweza take longer and the work permit might take longer, but the Premier League can accept waseme, yes, we've received documentation saying you are intending to buy this player. We've accepted that you want to sign this player. You have, let's say, 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours or whatever to complete the signing. So that's what they usually do on deadline day. So unaweza pata deadline day imefungwa, let's say saa 6 usiku ama saa 5 usiku, halafu unarudi unasikia wali announce player the following day. Yeah, so it doesn't mean that deadline day ikifika or the time imeisha a player cannot be signed. No, that's number one. Number two, clubs are allowed to sign what we call a bossman deal. A bossman deal is where a player is not attached to any club. For example, kama I don't know whether Eden Hazard has gotten a club. So players Celtic, who are free agents.
I think Celtic. Yeah? Rangers. He's at Rangers side.
So assuming there is a player who is a free agent, let's give an example of Greenwood. Greenwood is a free agent. So clubs are allowed to sign one bossman deal after deadline day. but up to a certain period. Also, up to a certain period, clubs are also allowed to make loan deals, but not within the same league. So unaweza pata player, let's say ako Premier League, anaweza pata transfer ya Super League, for example. Yes, not they can't go to like La Liga, from Premier League to La Liga. If the Liga is not closed, yes, they can. But let's say La Liga wamefunga, Germany wamefunga, they cannot go to those leagues. But they can go on loan to the same league at a lower level. I think transfer window ya loans na Bosman deal usually goes I think up to end of September. So unaweza pata transfer window imefungua 1st of September, but loans bado zinaendelea, but not within the same league.
There's one other than Manchester. Kuna player hapa nimeona sign West Ham. Mohamed Kudus.
Woo,
how they've managed to sign him, I don't know, but they've signed him.
And he's a player. He's a player that Manchester
everyone wanted him, and
yeah,
everyone walikuwa nataka Kudus, and now he's a West Ham player, which I think itawasaidia sana. They've even, I think West Ham wamefanya good business na hiyo pesa ya nani, hiyo pesa ya Rice.
Yes,
hiyo pesa ya Rice wameifanyia biashara nzuri, because you can see wamepata Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, the Kudus, wamepata who else, and now Mavropanos, the former Arsenal defender, alikuwa defender from Stuttgart. So I think
another surprising transfer is Callum Hudson-Odoi has finally left Chelsea. Remember, Chelsea rejected a £75 million deal from Bayern so that they can keep Callum Hudson-Odoi. So he's left Nottingham.
Where do Nottingham inatoa wapi pesa?
They have a rich owner. Actually, the guy who bought Nottingham is moneyed. He has money. But
even kwani hawana, like, what is it called? Hawana easy FFP rules as you apply, because even last season they bought a whole team. This season
what happens?
Still buying.
What happens is teams usually get a budget wakipromotiwa, and they get a huge budget. Unaweza pata wamepata like 60 million. No, not 60. That's excessive. Wanaweza pata like 30 million by the fact that wamekuwa promoted. And then when they get promoted, their books change. So basically ile cap wamekewa, they can go a notch higher, because wana expect player wages will go up, participation money, TV money goes up. So sasa venye wa Nottingham walipromotiwa, kuna ile pesa waliget, alafu kumbuke Premier League kuna participation money huwa inapeana, na kuna TV deal that comes in. So when they have huge income coming in, they have huge revenues coming in, then they can play around with their accounts and be able to sign players. Furthermore, remember Nottingham, what they did, when they get promoted, wakati walipromotiwa, most of the players they had were loan players. So they went back to their club, so which means in their books, they can hire or they can sign new staff, new players. So that's why umeona Nottingham wameweza kusign, wanasign watu. But at the end of the day, they have to keep their books clean. Also, whenever clubs are negotiating a sponsorship deal, unapata kuna ile walisema tukipromotiwa kwenda Premier League, the sponsorship deal goes up. So let's say walikuwa wamesign, I'm giving a wild example, let's say wamesign na Uber inasema the fact that you are in the Super League, mtapata let's say 25 million a year, but if you get promoted to the Premier League, will bump up to 60 million a year. So their money goes up. So
I think I'm happy with our transfers so far.
Wait,
I think we got
Nunes. Yes. Nunes has gone to City for 53 million. From Wolves.
Yeah, that's right. I saw it last night.
What?
Yeah, they managed to get him at 50. Yeah, a lot of
50,
money.
That's a lot
Chelsea
of money.
wameharibu soko. Chelsea, I think Man City were just waiting for ile pesa ya Palma ingie. 40 or so million
40 million for
for
Cole Palmer. What?
from Chelsea.
Then inafaa McTominay yauzwe
Chelsea.
60.
That's why I'm wondering. Yani Chelsea wameharibu soko kabisa this time. Yani they are buying, wanatupa tu pesa everywhere.
They
So
want to
yeah, I
balance
think your
their
40
books.
million
Mm.
hiyo 40 million ya Palma imesaidia City to secure services za huo jamaa. He's a good player by the way. Ule tucheza naye walitusumbua sana yeye na anaitwa Kunya.
Yeah, Kunya.
Yeah,
Which is a bad name if you are a Swahili. And then kuna some other transfers in other leagues, or let's say some outs. Let's see a significant out from the Premier League, none that is significant. Let's go to Syria. Duvan Zapata, you know Duvan Zapata? He was touted to be to become one of the
player.
Yes, back then he was touted to become one of the best players in the world. I don't know what happened. Ameenda Torino on loan. Samu Castillejo, he was once a Real Madrid player. Ametoka Valencia, ameenda Sassuolo. Then we have Leonardo Bonucci, the old guard. Leonardo Bonucci ameenda Union Berlin from Juventus. Then we have who else? Mamadou Koulibaly from Salernitana to Palermo. Then in the French league, let's see whether we have a significant one that we know. At least PSG have loaned out a player, although hatumjui sana, anaitwa Ismail Gabi. PSG, I don't know what they do with their players. Wana sign tu, lakini huwa hawauzi. And then kuna La Liga, Marc Jurado ama Jurado ama Harado, whatever you pronounce it, ameenda Espanyol from Manchester United. That's an exciting young player from Manchester United for the Manchester United fans. Clement Langley or ama Langlet for our Kenyan fans, a shocking one. Barcelona to Aston Villa. Ansu Fati, the 1 billion player. 1 billion release clause player, ameenda Brighton from Barcelona. A shocking transfer, Evra.
I know it's not shocking. Hakuwa anapata game time Barcelona. So
but Brighton,
they cause right now Barcelona wanajaribu kuship out hizo costs. So if they can get a player who was not playing regularly, akushua ataenda kucheza regularly in a good team where I think they even saw. I think the thing yenye imefanya wakubali style of play of Brighton.
Yes, it's similar
will
to
nurture
Barcelona.
him to play for Barcelona.
But Brighton
they are a possession team. Unajua Brighton is a possession team. So
lakini Brighton
it's a good thing.
Watasumbua because on the left they have that Asian player. What's his name?
Mitoma.
Mitoma. And then sasa right tuweke Ansu Fati. Hawa watu watasumbua sana.
But will Ansu Fati ateka match kweli bench? I doubt. Maybe a striker. Maybe one of the forwards will, like who are the forwards huko? Welbeck and Ciso. Welbeck, I think Ansu Fati is more of a
right winger. He's a right winger.
Maybe watasaidiana tu. I'm sure they'll find a way.
Let me just
match is a starter always.
Yes, and he's a goal scorer.
Match is always a start, and then they're top scorer actually. So I doubt whether maybe they'll watakuwa nampumzisha wanapumzisha match during the game wanamweka.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll try and switch it up. Maybe Fati will try and play a little bit inside. Inside, maybe there's more chance for him playing more minutes. So I don't know.
So in the midfield, they have good players. Cause
they have this Gross.
I'll mention that one asumbua. Wako na Gross, wako na James Milner, wako na Kaoru Mitoma, wako na Solimach, wako na Adam Lallana, Billy Gilmour, Mahmoud Dahoud. Those are really good players. But they've classified Ansu as a forward.
As a forward, then most likely atakuwa na switch up na Welbeck or Enciso.
Yes. Evan Ferguson pia ujua ako huko, and Evan Ferguson, remember,
Ferguson actually
is one of
still,
the
so most likely it's
and remember Evan
but they'll
Ferguson
find
is a
they
forward
watapata
that
position.
na ujua Evan Ferguson
They
is
have
one
so
of the
many
players
games.
mwenye alikuwa na Evan Ferguson alikuwa anatafutwa na clubs kubwa this transfer window, so is a good one. Na mwingine mwenye huwa anasaulika and is very exciting ni kijana anaitwa Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro
Actually, they bought him, the guy, the striker. But they are Supati. Most likely he'll play as a 10 or an 8.
Mi naona as a 10
I don't
or
see
a
him
right
playing
winger.
forward. Yeah, or maybe wasaidiane na match. Cause hapo mbele kumejaa. Ukiangalia Ferguson, Welbeck, Enciso, wako na lot kuna Undav, there is another striker pia, a very good striker wako naye anaitwa Undav. So wako na, they have a strong forwards. Hapo katikati ndio maybe they can switch it up kidogo and see who will play better.
But wako na experience player pale, James Milner na Adam Lallana.
Yeah, but Milner is not a 90-minute player.
Hapana. Huyo ni wakati you see, mi naona mtu kama Milner player mwenye unamuingiza let's say in the 69th 70th minute hivi, wakati wana win let's say 2-1 and then they are playing against a team that he can be able to control the pace. So Brighton, I still think they'll be among the top 7 or 8 teams at the end of the season.
I also think so. I also think watakuwa huko juu. I'm sure they'll be higher.
Before we end the show, kuna news hapa tuna neglect. Saka wins the 2022-23 PFA Young Player of the Year. I don't know how he beat Erling Haaland. But he has won. The 21-year-old. So let me read the news. Bukayo Saka has been awarded the PFA Men's Player of the Year award for his displays during the 22-23 season. Having been nominated on 3 occasions previously, the 21-year-old's exploits during last season were too good to be ignored. So among the votes, he was ahead of Gabriel Martinelli, his teammate, who was particularly worthy opponent, having netted 15 goals. So Bukayo Saka was Arsenal's top scorer last season. Other contenders were Manchester City goal-scoring machine Erling Haaland, Jacob Ramsey of Aston Villa, that's also a very good player, Brighton striker Evan Ferguson, as well as Moises Caicedo, who now joined Chelsea. So what do you think, guys? Do you think that Saka deserved to win? Was it unfair to Erling Haaland? What did they look at? Steve, what do you think?
I think waliangalia like a player like contribution. Okay, goals are contributions, but maybe other than goals, what did Haaland do for Man City? Like he was just alikuwa tu a positioned player where mpira ikianguka kwake anamalizia, but unaona Saka was all over the place. He was creating, scoring, like yeye ndo alikuwa machine for, although pia I don't know, it's a hard one. Unaweza iangalia in both perspectives. Without Haaland's goals, Arsenal would have won the league. Na pia without Saka, Arsenal would not be even close to winning the league.
But what I'm thinking,
it depends on how you look at it, you know.
But what I'm thinking, it's as we say, number 1 English player. Number 2 is all-round contribution, as you have said, because Saka, contributed not only offensively but defensively. Juu tumeona ni mara ngapi Saka amerudi nyuma akatackle. Haaland unajua ni ule player mwenye ni quick action, yani akipata tu chance ya kufunga ni hivyo. Assists as well. Saka amecheza different positions. He has played at left back, he has played at midfield winger, he has played as a forward and amecontribute. So I think for us, we might judge him harshly because hajapata goals kama za Haaland. But yet again, I'm thinking Haaland might win the best player, the best Europe player. Kuna kwanga na hiyo.
Yeah, of course.
Hiyo ya Europe.
Of course. Even Ballon d'Or, I think Ballon d'Or is his. I don't see any other player getting it. in my view. I don't see. Because
But
the only close player was Messi. Na Messi sahi anacheza sijui wapi huko. So
the other player that anaweza jaribu kumnyang'anya is his teammate Kevin De Bruyne.
yeah, De Bruyne, but De Bruyne was also injured like most of the season. Hakucheza like all the matches, especially hata the finals. Unajua if you play a final, it brings out, yani inaoneshanga like you deserve to win like accolades, but he was missing in most finals only.
What about Jack Grealish?
So I don't know. Grealish,
What
not
about
yet. Good
but
player. He's
he was a huge factor to City's
yeah.
success in
All
the
players, I
Champions
think
League.
all forwards in City, even Bernardo, we can say, Gundogan, we can say, like all players were City, they played. I'd say Bernardo, Gundogan, and who Grealish were all au wenyewe wote walikuwa wana deserve a shout hapo. Sema kweli, they played exceptionally well last season, so yeah, but Haaland is Haaland. No one, unajua ndo ufunge 52 in 53, that's a different kind of animal yenye you deserve to be a Ballon d'Or. Ukikosa kupata Ballon d'Or after doing that, after breaking all records in Europe and in like so everywhere,
kuna awards tatu that he might win because kuna FIFA the best, although hiyo sasa unajua they consider even international matches, not only club matches.
Where Messi now has a shout.
Yes. Then kuna sasa hiyo ya UEFA, and then sasa kuna Ballon d'Or. So let's see how many Haaland gets, because these awards huwa zinafuatana between
I'm sure
October
UEFA
and
he'll
December.
get.
Yeah, UEFA
he'll
is
get. And even Ballon d'Or mi naona atapata. Maybe the world one where FIFA is involved, because they are crazy about Messi. They just might give Messi because sijui FIFA and Messi ni kama walioana, so yeah. Endo poster boy wa FIFA, I think. So
of course, having won the World Cup, what do you expect?
Yeah, of course, by the way.
And
he's a goat. He's won everything, so it would only be fitting if he won the best overall player wa FIFA, because ameshinda kila kitu.
True.
There's nothing in the world of football he has not won.
Yeah. Sawa, that's good.
Sawa. Yeah. The Imani, wacha kuja asalimie mafans. So another Manchester United, wacha mfunge show na Imani hapa.
Imani.
Yeah, nambe.
How are you, brother?
I'm good, and you?
Niko fiti bana, siku nyingi.
Bana.
Sasa tukimalizia show, mimi nataka uniambie hii game ya Arsenal na Man U itakuwaje. This time si uko Mombasa. Unajua nikiwa Coast Region, Manchester United huwa tuna lose.
Manchester 3 Arsenal 0.
We Devi yako wapi ajibu hiyo?
Devi yuko.
So kwa hiyo 3-0 nani unaona akifunga?
Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. Alafu hii ya mwisho hii. Anaona Marcus 2 goals.
Na Bruno penalty.
Bruno, fantastic goal.
Lakini tulikuwa tunasema na Evra hiyo game haitakosa red card.
Hakuna red hapo. But itakuwa tight. It's going to be a tight game bana.
Sawa, thank you very much guys for watching. Asante sana Imani kwa kutusalimia. Sijui kama Evra ako hapo, ambie mafans kwa heri. Yeah. So until until next time guys, cheers, enjoy your weekend and keep warm. Bye.
Bye.